Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. In today's video we're going to be packing my hospital bag. So before we start packing my hospital bag, I would like to start by explaining something about the Dutch healthcare system. The regular standard of care is that you actually do a home birth, which was actually what I really wanted to do. So the hospital bag that you pack in the Netherlands usually is really in case of emergency, because they kind of just expect you to give birth at home without any complications. You just have the bag there in case you do have complications. But because we live in Belgium and a whole other list of reasons, I do actually have to go into the hospital to give birth for sure. So I have to go into the Dutch hospital. Which one I don't know yet. But yeah, I do really need to pack a bag in case labor starts and we need to go to the hospital. Even then, before you go to the hospital, you call the midwife and she comes to your home first, checks you, and when she says it's time to go to the hospital, that's when you actually go to the hospital. I actually really wanted to give birth at home because I like having my own stuff around and having options and not having to think about what I'll maybe want, because I've never given birth before. I don't know what I'll want or what I want to wear, or if it's daytime or nighttime, or what I want to drink or what I want to eat, or if I don't want anything at all. So I find it really hard to pack a bag. So over the past couple of weeks, I've been gathering a bunch of stuff. Now, before we start packing, I do have to say that I asked my midwife, what should I pack in my bag? And the only thing she said was obviously an outfit for baby. And other than that, she said a drink that you can easily drink that contains sugar to drink during labor. Those are the only things that she suggested. Now, I have been looking at a bunch of videos of other people packing their hospital bag. I do know that there's a difference between Dutch hospital bags and other countries. So I'm trying my best here. I like having options, so it's going to be way too much. So after I give birth, I hope to do a video in which I will tell you guys what I actually did use and what I didn't use, but I will be packing a bunch. Another fact about the Dutch healthcare system is that even if you give birth in a hospital, if you don't have any complications and it's just a normal birth, then you leave the hospital about 2 hours after you give birth. So that's also very different from America. So based on that, you also pack differently. So the first thing that we have here is a folder with documents. Some are necessary, some aren't, but I don't know what I'm packing for. One is my birth plan, and then we also have some postpartum things as well. Our postpartum care provider, which is also a very Dutch thing, gave us a booklet in which we need to track stuff like poops and pees and feedings and stuff like that for the first few days. So I don't know how long we'll be staying in the hospital and when something happens, so I'll just bring it just in case. If I don't need it, then that's awesome. One thing that I really wanted to bring was a big bottle of water, because ever since I got pregnant, I drink an insane amount, and I really do mean an insane amount, and I never want to be without water, and so this is 2 liters. It's a lot, but I'd rather have a full bottle, also because they stay closed better, you know. So then we have slippers. My plan is still to give birth in a bath. I'm hoping that's possible, and so this will just be easy. And also after birth to take a shower. Slippers. I don't really wear them at home, so I'll just pack them. We originally had something else planned for the baby, but this will be the kind of coat that she'll be wearing when we go home. We originally had something else, but it didn't have legs, and she'll be so tiny and cold, and it's still cold, you know. So this, my mom got us this a couple days ago, so I quickly washed it, and so this is going with us to the hospital so that she can wear this when we go home. It has fold over mittens and fold over footies, so I'm really excited. Then we have a bunch of things for Conrad, which is, I say a bunch, but not really a lot. The only things we really have are a backup shirt in case he wants one. I don't know how long it'll take. And then his swim shorts. I'm assuming that if I give birth in a bath in a hospital, that he won't be joining me in the bath. However, it might be possible, and if he wants to jump in, at least now he can. One thing that I see everyone pack in their hospital bag, which I totally get, are snacks. I don't know if the birth will take 2 hours or 24, but you might want your own snacks. So I am using it as an excuse to get some snacks that I usually don't get, because I either find them too expensive or, you know, not worth the money. One of the things is vegetable crisps. I love these, they're so good. And then something else I got were bars. I usually don't get these because I find them too expensive. I got them this time because they're just so good, and they were buy 2 get 1 for free, so we got 3. Whoops. We got 2 different flavors, 2 of the ones that I enjoy and 1 that Conrad likes. We already tasted some, so we don't have all of them anymore. I also find them expensive because in a package there are only 3, which is just not worth the money, but they're the Eat Natural fruit and nut bars. They're really good. The ones that I like are the almond and apricot ones. So we have a bunch of those. And then we also have the protein peanuts and dark chocolate ones. I don't really like these, but Conrad also needs snacks, so this works well. And then another thing that I wanted drink wise was coconut water. This is just really great for hydration, so I got a small one. It's also just really delicious. So the sugary drink that my midwife suggested was iced tea green, which is also one of my favorite drinks to drink if I don't drink water. So Conrad got me two, so I have plenty of iced tea green to go. My midwife said I didn't need to bring any postpartum care and stuff like that because they'll have it at the hospital, but just in case I thought I'd bring some of my own things. I don't know what the situation will be, so I just brought some. So we have some huge pads and then the washable underwear, which I still don't think we can call this underwear, but you know, okay then. And then the other thing that I really wanted to bring was the peri bottle. I've read so many great things about it, and even if it's just 2 hours after the birth, if I go to the bathroom, I will want the peri bottle with me. And it's a travel one, so it folds in nicely. So we're definitely gonna bring this one. Then came the hardest part. What on earth will I want to wear? I don't know. I don't know what the situation will be. Will I be in a bath? Will I not be in a bath? I don't know. But one thing that is definitely gonna happen is I will not be naked at any point because I'm very uncomfortable. So even when I'm in the bath, it was suggested that you either bring a bra or a bikini top or whatever so that you're covered and more comfortable. I have 2 nursing bras with me, one to wear in the bath and it'll for sure get wet and dirty, and then I can switch that for the other one afterwards. Then something I see everyone pack are fluffy socks, and they're like, oh, it's so cold in the hospital. Well, in January I had to go to the hospital because baby was acting weird. Turns out it was just me, my body, and baby was suffering a little. So we went to the place where if it's that hospital, I'd give birth, and I hadn't actually been there before, but that was the first time that I was there, and also the first time that I stayed there for such a long time because they had to monitor me and the baby for a little while. And it's so hot there. It's so insanely hot. So I don't know what kind of hospitals people give birth at that they're saying it's cold, but the one that I was at was really hot. So I did bring warmer socks, but those are the socks that I'm wearing right now as well. I have one pair just in here just in case. They're not really that big, but also a little fluffier than normal socks. So there we go. Then I have 2 types of outfits. Are they outfits? Not really. Will I want anyone to see me in these? Also not really, but I'm just there to give birth and then I'll go home, so I have outfits. And then I did bring a pair of pants for when we go home because that's the part that you will actually see. And these are just really nice. They're really stretchy, but they don't really have an elastic band at the top, so it'll just be really comfortable to wear after giving birth, I'm assuming. I don't know. Another thing that I saw people do was put towels and washcloths on their faces and stuff when they're giving birth. I don't know if I want that, but I do know that sometimes it's really comfortable to have one on my face. So I'm bringing my own just in case. I don't know. I know I don't really need to bring them, but I do also prefer having my own stuff. So I don't know where to draw the line. We'll see what I use and what I don't use. And then another thing that I saw everyone use and talk about was a birthing comb, because supposedly it's supposed to help you during the pains of labor and contractions, but I don't really like buying things that are just for one purpose and then you never use them again. So when I bought a set of comb for the baby, there was also like it was a hairbrush and a comb, and the comb kind of looks like a birthing comb, and it has, you know, you can hold it like that, but you can also just use it as a comb. So I thought, you know what, we're gonna just use this for multiple uses, and we're gonna use this as a birthing comb in case I want it. I don't know if I want it, but so we're bringing this as well. Then we have a bunch of baby things. One thing that you do need to bring that my midwife also did mention was the cord ring. So in the hospital they might have one, but they also might have another option. If you would want to use the cord ring rather than the other thing, then you need to bring your own, and you get this in your postpartum kit that I opened with you guys in another video. So we're bringing this. And then I had a bunch of things already packed in here. I did that in another video as well. So we have hand sanitizer spray. We don't really need that, but this is going to be the bag that we're also going to be putting in the diaper bag when we go out with baby after she's born. So there were just already some things that I had packed for there in here, so I just kept them in there. So that was one of the things that the midwife said that you didn't have to bring were diapers, but I am very strict on what diapers I want to use, which is also why I'm switching to reusable and washable ones after 2 weeks. But the disposable ones that we do use are only this brand. In case the hospital doesn't have them, I want to be able to have my own with me, just so that we can use those on the baby. So I have a couple of diapers. And then same goes for wipes. So we have a couple of disposable wipes as well. And then we also have baby's first outfit. So we have a hat. Wasn't mentioned that we needed to bring this. You might get this at the hospital. I don't know, but you know. Then we have the onesie, which is just plain white. And then we have the pajamas with the bare feet. I love them. I think it's so cute. Then the next thing we have are muslin cloths. I know you don't really need to bring them because they have towels and stuff over there, but I thought just in case I'll bring my own. And if we don't use this, we can just put it on the diaper card because all the other muslin cloths are on the diaper card already ready to go. So they also have a spot free for these. And then the very last thing that we're bringing might seem a little silly, but I really like having the right environment, and so fluorescent lights aren't going to be part of that. So Conrad and I got this projector light thingy a whole while ago when we did birthday parties where kids could come and record a song and then film a video clip, and we got it for that, but we actually ended up never using it for that. I think might have been used once or twice for something else, but I honestly don't remember. But I thought it'd be really fun to bring that to the hospital, and then we can just plug it in there. And it's a galaxy projector thingy, and it gives, you know, a vibe to the room. And then at least you don't have to have the big lights on. We're gonna bring this. Obviously there will also be a list attached to the bag with extra things that we might need to bring, like our phones, our chargers, stuff like that. My wallets, it won't be in this bag because I will be going out to other places as well. So there will be a list separate with things that we need to bring, like extras and stuff. So now we need to pack this all in one bag. So we're gonna get some packing cubes and then pack it in my trustworthy bag. I love this bag. I have been using this for a whole while now. It's literally my favorite bag. It fits so much. You think there is no more space, and then there's more space. So we're gonna pack everything in here and then I'll show you the result. All that stuff fit in this beautiful bag. The only thing I didn't fit in here was the galaxy lamp, but that's okay. We can take that separately. But yeah, all the rest fits and it'll go back home emptier. That was my hospital packing bag video. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I put in here. I can't wait to see what I actually use out of this and what I won't use, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and I hope to see you next week's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.